Hello, welcome back to Creations from the Heart. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. If you're returning, thanks for your support. I do appreciate it. If you like what you see here, please make sure you hit that like button. And if you want to see future videos, just hit that subscribe button. Without further ado, we're going to get started with our craft today. Today we will be making a fall wreath. And this is the sign that I have chosen. Okay, and so what I have done is I've taken a 14-inch wreath frame and I've cut that straight down the center. So here's a regular one. So right here at these crossbars, I cut them right here before this crossbar, and then I cut it right here after that crossbar. So once it was cut, I just flipped my sign over and just hot glued it down at all the points. Okay. The other supplies that you're going to be needing is some pipe cleaners. I cut mine in half right here. So I've been using a couple different colors here, just trying to use up what's in my stash. But I have some black ones that I'm going to use with the black ribbon, and I have white and red that I'm going to use with the red mesh, not ribbon. You will need 2 rows of the red or whatever colors you choose, and then I use 6 rolls of the buffalo check in the black. So we have red buffalo check and we have black buffalo check. I've also chosen to use 2 different ribbons because I didn't have enough ribbon to go all the way around throughout the wreath. So I did choose buffalo check ribbon, and I chose some pumpkin ribbon. You will need to cut your ribbons down to 9 inches in size and dovetail them. So here are some samples right here, okay? So you're going to be cutting your mesh into 9-inch strips. So I will show you what I use for that. Let me get the sign out of my way for a minute. I like to use my burning tool because it helps keep the edges from being frayed. So I'm going to show you how I do that because I need a couple more rows that I did not do. I like to use my scissors to hold down the end so that it's not rolling back up on me. So I have it down at the end. Then I measure out my 9 inches. I take my burning tool and I just cut straight down at 9 inches. Okay, so there's one, and I am reaching the end of this roll. So it makes it just a little bit wonky, but it is connected with some staples on the end over here. And I'll just straighten this out as straight as I can get it. Put my scissors on the end again. Stretch this back out. Nine inches. And there you have it. So to do that, as I said, I use the burning tool and a plexiglass and a measure mat to do my mesh cutting. All right. Once you have your mesh strips cut, you're just going to do a basic curl method. So you can see it already wants to start to roll up into a curl. Just grab it and roll it. And then I stick it between my fingers like that. And then I grab the other one. I'm gonna roll it as well. Sometimes the mesh likes to stick to itself. I try to break it as little as possible because I don't want the fraying. Okay. And one on top of the other. Then I'm going to grab my pipe cleaner. I'm going to wrap it around. And then I'm going to pull them up like this. That way I can see that they're even and it's in the middle. Once I've got it in that middle area, then I'm just going to twist and twist around a few times on that pipe cleaner. And then there you have a bundle, okay? So there's that bundle. I have a couple bundles over here that I've already made on this one. So what I'm going to do with my bundles, with my buffalo check bundles, is I'm going to be making 2 sets of bundles that have just them by themselves like this, just like we did with the red. And then I'm going to do other sets that have a ribbon attached to it. So you just add the ribbon in there. Add the pipe cleaner. Do the same thing. I pull it up in the middle, make sure these ends are going good, make sure that my ribbon ends are going good. I just pull it around if I need to pull up a little bit. Once it's all nice and even, then I'm just going to twist it. Okay, and then you can just fix your ribbon. Okay. And I have another one right here that I haven't rolled yet. Doesn't have to be perfect. As you straighten it up as you make it, you can manipulate it to go the way that you want it to go. And if I see any little ends like that, I just go ahead and clip them off as I'm making it. Okay. Add another ribbon. Just like that. And I have one more to do for you. Now I usually like to just do this in front of the TV. I'll just put on something that I like to watch, because it can take quite a long time when you're doing the curl method and you have to make so much. But I always make up all my mesh curls before I get started on filling the wreath. Okay. Now you needed about 16 to 18 of your bundles have the ribbon on it, with the equal amount not having the ribbon on it. So when I was cutting my ribbon, I didn't have as much pumpkin ribbon as I needed, so I had to make a couple extra of the buffalo check. So My design will be a little bit different at the beginning to incorporate needing to start with a couple of those buffalo checks. So what you're going to do then is just take your sign. And we're going to start with a buffalo check. And this is at the beginning. Like I said, I'm just throwing this extra one in here at the beginning. I'm basically going to throw in one at each point to make up for that. And we're going to be putting them on this middle 2 rows right here. We're wrapping it around. So you can either do it on your own like this, or you can flip it over. Whatever makes it easier for you. And then you just twist it. And then I like to tuck it. You can tuck it, or you can come back at the end and just trim them off, however you like to do it best. So that's just to start, like I said, to get some of those buffalo checks that I had to make extra of. But the real pattern that I'm doing, so you might not have to do that. You might have your ribbon set. But I start with the buffalo check with no ribbon. Then I'm going to get the buffalo check that has a ribbon, and I'm going to use the same buffalo check. Like I said, that's an extra one. Okay. I'm just going to push them together. Then the next one is going to be the red buffalo check. I'm doing a lot of buffalo check because he has this cute little buffalo check bow tie, and I just kind of wanted to bring that all in. I also do have a couple of cute pumpkins that I'll show you that I'm thinking of putting right here in the centers once I get them all done. All right. And then you just repeat the pattern. And go back and use the plain black with no ribbon. This one wants to fight with me a little bit. Okay. And then the buffalo check with the ribbon. Now I'm going to alternate to my pumpkin. and then the red. So I've used 7 in there in that first section. Now it looks like it might have a little bit of a gap here on the end, but once you fill in your next section, it's going to keep pushing them all together and it will fill in nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and finish doing that. And see how nice and kept up this is? So it won't poke anybody or scratch your glass if you're putting it on the glass door. All right. So this is the first section all done. Okay. And now I'm going to do the next section. I'm going to start down here at the bottom. And I'm going to start with that buffalo check. Now's the time where you can just go through and fluff out your ribbons. there you have it. It's kind of big, so it's hard to see in here. I will definitely be doing a final picture for you guys. Okay. Now, the other thing that I was thinking about doing was, I told you I had some pumpkins. So I have these buffalo check pumpkins, and I was thinking of just putting them here in the centers some sort of way. So I'm going to go off camera for a few minutes and fix the back of my sign and see how to attach my pumpkins, and I'll be back. And here is the final project of the wreath. I think it came out very well. And this was inspired by a wreath that Michelle Smith did around Halloween time. She did a skull wreath similar to this. So that's about it for this video. Please like my video and subscribe. And until next time. Okay, I'm back, y'all. I got the wreath frame fixed back to the sign. And I went through my stash. And here are the little pumpkins that I was talking about earlier. Maybe trying to put them in there. So they're just in here right now. I haven't secured them. And then I also found some of these little pumpkins here that I thought would go cute in between the ribbons. So now all we have to do is secure everything. So we're going to use our hot glue. And I'm going to secure the pumpkin to the sign right here on the edge. And then I'm just going to put some hot glue down here by where the ribbon goes, where all the mesh is, so that the mesh can hold it in there as well. And do the same on this side. Okay. And then I'll just secure the other little pumpkins. All right, and I'll be right back after I hang it on the door. And here is the final project of the wreath. I think it came out very well. And this was inspired by a wreath that Michelle Smith did around Halloween time. She did a skull wreath similar to this. So that's about it for this video. Please like my video and subscribe. And until next time.